Добрий день. Добрий ранок. It is a pleasure to see everyone here. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Mariana Tretiak. I am the chair of the board of the ACU and one of our summit's organizers. Thank you for joining us today at the first day of our 7th Ukraine Action Summit. The first one happened 3 years ago now in September here in Washington, D.C. And we brought together probably around 200 people. And I see some of the people in the audience that were there with us. Can I see a show of hands of who was with us at the first Ukraine Action Summit? Wow, okay, amazing. Thank you guys. Marina. I'm absolutely blown away by how much our community has grown and evolved. Look around, you guys. From the first gathering, where most of us were simply volunteers driven by hope and determination, we have grown into a movement. Many of the people here started, and we met in 2022. They had just come back from Ukraine. They'd gone on a trip. Those people who started volunteering and their work, growing their work, many of them have founded their own nonprofits and become leaders of organizations, amplifying our impact and pushing the boundaries and building a movement that is so much greater what we imagined. So that first summit that brought together a little over 200 people, that journey also mirrors your journey of evolution. We started from just over 200 participants. This summit has over 700 registrants. That first summit represented a little bit over 27 states. This one represents 50 states plus Puerto Rico. I'm blown away how much change and how much impact we've made and how much this event creates ripples across all of our work, across the United States, across Ukraine, and across the world. What started as an event solely focused on advocacy now stands as a multi-day experience packed with education, advocacy, films, music, and also our interfaith service for Ukraine, built on reflection and strengthening our spirits and hearts. The true heart of this summit, though, is the community before me, united by purpose and held together by hope. In the progress we celebrate today belongs to you, to our founding and sponsoring organizations, to the volunteers whose effort strengthen our work every day. I want to take a quick second to pause and shine a light on Mariana Epstein, our summit director. She's probably up front. Mariana, thank you. I want to just take a second and just give her a really big round of applause. This summit would not be possible without this incredible person. Her leadership brings order to chaos, and her steady spirit and energy inspires us all. Thank you, Mariana. I also want to take a second to recognize the leaders who pour their expertise into the summit. Mick Saffron, our financial czar and our summit organizer, negotiator with all of our vendors. Sashko Koprilkin, who is the compass for our outreach, our policy, and really the heart of our community. Katerina Kovalenko, our absolutely outstanding conference director. Anya Berezniak, the voice of our community, is our communications director. Christina Tershakovets, the champion of our State Leader Network, and Christopher Roberts, the volunteer coordinator who has helped brought our summit to life through all of his hard work and coordination. All the volunteers and volunteer hours in the world would not be able to pay for the space, our catering, the amazing AV, and the summit really happens largely because we have such amazing and supportive sponsoring organizations. Without their generosity, none of this would be possible. Thank you for Peace. Thank you, Nova Ukraine. Thank you, Razom for Ukraine. Thank you, United Help Ukraine. Thank you, UNWLA. Thank you, Self-Reliance Federal Credit Union. Thank you, Deyachakuski family in the name of Hospitaliere. Thank you, Ukrainian American Coordinating Council and SUSTA. Each of us is part of something bigger, and we are bringing the change we want to see in Ukraine and the future we want to envision. And it starts here right now with all of us working together. Let's make these days count. Let's set an example of what we can achieve with unity, purpose, and hope. And I want to just thank everyone here. Next, I want to take a second and bring up Nick Bielhorski for our opening word. He is the chairman and co-founder of Nova Ukraine. Nick is a Kharkiv native who built a distinguished career in the Silicon Valley. He's worked in computer security at Facebook and went on to co-found the cybersecurity company Cyfort, and then led the trust and safety team at Google as the director. In 2014, he co-founded Nova Ukraine, which is a US-based nonprofit that provides humanitarian aid and services to Ukraine and raises global awareness about the country. Since then, Nova Ukraine has become one of the largest American charities supporting Ukraine, delivering over $133 million worth of aid and helping over 12 million people in Ukraine. For his dedication and impact, Nick was honored by President Zelensky with an Order of Merit 3rd class. Please join me in welcoming Nick.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Nick, and it's a privilege and an honor to be opening the summit today. I just flew in from California, and it is my 6th summit. And the reason I keep coming back here is you, it's all of you. It's the work you're doing. It's the fact that this advocacy is so important right now. There's nothing more influential, the more moving than sharing personal stories, emotional stories, sharing our pain with legislators, explaining what's happening in Ukraine and countering Russian propaganda. And you're doing this work. It's incredibly important, and that's why we continue sponsoring the summit, and I hope we will continue to do so. This is also clearly working. The summit is now larger by every possible metric than the previous summits, by the number of constituents, by the number of states represented, by the number of meetings we have in Congress, and by the number of co-sponsors we get on relevant legislation. Looking around this room, I can see what makes us so special, what makes us all so strong. It is unity. We are a community. It is our willingness to work together as one, being aligned. We are here for Ukraine. We're here for America. We're here for each other. When I started Nova Ukraine 12 years ago, it began as a kitchen conversation among friends. Today, it is a world-leading charity. We are a network of nearly 1,000 volunteers around the world, and we built an incredible team, led by our new CEO, Erin McKee. Ambassador, please stand up. Erin is fantastic. I treasure working with her, and you'll be hearing more from her tomorrow. Nova Ukraine now delivered over $136 million in humanitarian aid and services to Ukraine, and directly helped more than 12 million people, and we're just getting started. We have these impact reports we publish quarterly, and you can grab one at our stand up there. We also recently initiated a historic resolution in the state of Wisconsin, the first in the United States to condemn Russia's abduction of Ukrainian children. You all know, thank you. And this is not just us, we're working with the local community of Wisconsin Ukrainians. This made it possible together with the state legislators. It shows how critical advocacy is at the state level. And please remember that after the summit, when you go back to the states. you all know that we have to bring these kids home. Humanitarian aid is the biggest pillar for Nova Ukraine, and its work is right now more important than ever. Since the beginning of this year, Russia has launched approximately 770 ballistic missiles and over 50 hypersonic Kinjal missiles at Ukraine. Winter is coming, and Russia once again will weaponize the cold. Ukraine's energy infrastructure has suffered severe damage, and many communities are already facing power cuts and water shortages. So this winter will test our resilience again, and only our solidarity can help Ukraine endure it. Look, the truth is, the people in this room do not need to be motivated. You're here from every part of the United States. You are ready to work for Ukraine. You already know what to do and how to do it. You already impacted lives of millions of people. So I want to thank you for your unity, for your courage, and for your strength. I recognize and appreciate how hard and exhausting this work is, how burnt out many of us are, the toll it takes on our day jobs, on our families. You may not see the difference you're making, but trust me, you are. You are the reason that Ukraine has such a powerful and coordinated support network here in the United States and beyond, in Canada, in Europe. Because of you, Ukraine inspires the world. And you inspire me. You should be standing on this stage. May these days in Washington be productive, meaningful, and full of new energy to keep going. Remember, this summit is a point of impact. It's the beginning, it's not the end, so please continue the working as you go back to your states, advocating for Ukraine. Good luck to all of us. Thank you. Slava ЗСУ, Slava Ukraini.